I should have ran out and got my pencil, y'all. I had a little bit of time. I still may do it at some point. But yes, happy Saturday. It's freezing cold. Uh, Motion Chronicles, right? We want to get to some content this morning or this afternoon. Now it's no longer morning. Um, Fights are on tonight. Matchroom down there in Vegas. World title fights. Uh, we'll talk a little bit about. Hold on, Let me go grab my pencil real quick. I'm gonna talk a little boxing. I'm not gonna do y'all like that. We're gonna talk some boxing. But more importantly, we're gonna talk about how the boxing game is online boxing game, the jig been up. But now, and I'll get into that. What took place last night in these fight parties, right? Let me go take care of what I gotta take care of. I'm gonna grab a pencil, some water, and I'll be right back. All right, y'all, I'm back. I want to got my pencil. I got me a pencil. All right, I can see y'all over there. This is the fight right here on this card tonight that I want to watch. Right before I get to the Adam and no jumper, this is the actual fight. Now, Khalil Cole missed weight by 7 pounds, which is totally unprofessional. Um, These fight YSM um, he had on Jesse and Greg. Shout out to Greg Hackett too. GHB, they down there. They still gonna take the fight. Now this is the fight that I really wanted to watch as a hardcore boxing dude. I covered Jesse Hart before. I seen him fight Joe Smith. He's a dog. Remember, I said there was junkyard dogs. But Khalil Cole missed weight, man. But Khalil Cole's a hitter. But he did tonight. They were really trying to get out the fight, right? He missed weight by 7 pounds, which is man, it's really uncalled for. But Jesse Hart still wants to fight. Still say, yo, we gotta fight. You know, or but he said that Khalil Cole is a coward. He's a coward, right? That remember they were supposed to fight on the boots in his card, a hand injury, and now he comes in 7 pounds overweight. 7 pounds overweight, man. I heard Eddie Hearns was disappointed. Now Khalil Cole, prior to him, doing his little jail stint, he was a hitter, still is, but this is a bad look. I think he already has a loss too. Now, some of the reports on him was, that this right here, he missed weight. So that means he really wasn't training or he wasn't trying to make the weight. He wasn't trying to make the weight. And he did have some form of a WBC title that I believe he now has been stripped of. But if Jesse Hart is successful tonight, it's just unfortunate though, because this is a fight that a lot of people, like I said, the hardcores, are eager to see. And they're still gonna see it, but it's kind of to me, it's smutted a little bit, man, with him missing weight. And basically seemed like he was trying to get out of the fight, man. But what's your thoughts on that? Three of y'all in the building, man. Before I go on to start exposing this boxing community, exposed. It got exposed last night, man. The the fight parties that were on last night because, like I said, Zuffa, I call it Zuffa. It's called Zuffa, but I call it Zolif. Zuffa premiered last night. Boxing suspects did what they always do. They ran with their plays of the fight parties, right? I always laugh at these. I used to be like, damn, how do boxing fans, right, the online fans, instead of watching the fights, they're listening to a content creator speak about the fights, right? I was always telling these reps, these people, like, yeah, that shit don't even make sense. People are tuning into these guys that sit at the, wherever they're at, and in their studios and watch the fight and play by play or whatever they do, right? That got exposed though last night because last night, right? And let me pull it up, man. Adin Ross, the real streamers, right? The gamers, the influencers, right? They were out, right? They had a fight card. I think was it in Miami? Where was that card at, y'all? Somebody put it in the chat if y'all know. I think it was in Miami. It was in Florida. I know it was in Florida, but I think it was in Miami. They called Adam 22, a lot of these other, deck. Being on deck, academics, Charleston White, I think they have Vlad. They had the guys that are the more notable YouTubers, streamers, right? Gamers, podcasters, they were all there. More people were tuned into their fight card and what they had going on. And the spillovers on social media right now. But I watched, right? I watched. I said, yo, these guys that do these YouTube boxing shit, they don't understand they're being exposed tonight. Not only are they being exposed, their system of them being influencers is being exposed because now the boxing community is looking weak, as it always has been. Because, like I said, most of these guys are content crows. They click up. They're haters. They're jealous fans, man. Because how can you be a fan of boxing, but you always try to ridicule the stars, right? You ridicule the stars, the upper echelon guys, the guys who were carrying the sport. If they're not your favorite fighter or they wasn't signed to your favorite promotional company, the online boxing community used to always tear these guys down, depending on what side of the street or fence they was on. Right? But they're supposed to be fans. But this is, boxing. That's why I do what I do now with it. I come on here and I front on niggas. Because I don't, I feel like the majority of the boxing content is scammered, frauded out. And not only is it frauded out, it's a jealous community. These guys want to be celebrities. They want to act like what they do with this, sitting online, speaking on boxing, does something for boxing. Remember that used to be one of the biggest plays. Oh, without YouTube, remember the YouTube box community, we're carrying the sport. I remember Blue and all these guys used to run that play. Yo, ESPN and all the what's names don't talk about it. You niggas really don't talk about it, man. Yo, the gamers and podcasts, they don't came and created their lane. Their fights and their fight cards are way more successful than the actual boxing fight cards. And their audience and their supporters support it more. Right? Look, I'm not making this up, man. When I logged on, right? Look, hopefully I shared it. Oh, this is a funny story. Well, we'll get to that. That's my cuz. We'll get to that. So these are the puppies. They looking good. Damn, I did not share. Well, all I gotta do is go over here to Adam 22. Adam 22 and his fight with the porno star guy that nailed his wife. Right? No jumper, Adam. Yo, the boxing channels. The boxing channels was pushing that. Look, this is probably a boxing channel right here. They were pushing that. Adam got his ass whooped in the first round. Right? In the first round. Is this it right here? Yes, look. In the first round. 30 seconds, man. This was the viral talk, not nothing on boxing. All these guys that did they fight parties, they got drowned it out. Oh, hello. Hello. Oh, hold on, man. Everybody's calling me. Hello. I'm back, y'all. I'm back. I am back. People are hilarious, man. I'm trying to work. This is one of the big problems though. But Adam 22 got put down in 30 seconds. But like I said, that fight card was way more successful than the Zuffa. Look at Adam, man. This is what the people are into, man. And I'm not knocking it, man. I like listen. I feel like this. They're not. It's just like what Jake Paul started, right? To me, they're not taking away from hardcore boxing. What they're doing is they are in their own lane and they have a community, a support system that rocks with it. Put in the comment sections if you understand that. Put in the comment section um, if you understand that. Put it in the comment sections if you understand that. I had to tell somebody, they got to wait now. I was in the gym, right? For those of y'all that was, seeing that quick live stream that I did, I was in the actual gym. Um, and when I was in the gym, um, I was, working with a fighter, exercising as well, because we have a storm system bearing down on us. And I was talking with another client and other people, and I was like, "Yo, I'm available now. Don't wait till I come and I attempt to go live and record and do my thing. They do this all the time, man." But back to what I was saying now. This guy and what they're doing, I don't have no beef with it. Because I like it. Because not only the reason why I like it, it's exposing the YouTube boxing community and the fake movement of the YouTube boxing community, like all these cliques and crews. You guys are exposed now, man. You don't support nothing, man. You guys that sit around each other, y'all don't even support one another. Right? This was the biggest thing on the internet last night. Look, Adam got folded. Yo, and Charleston White, I want to play. I gotta find that on academics. I think was it academics stream? It was somebody's stream, man. He's what he said about this dude, right? And I want to talk about that, man. 18-minute mark. He said that, and this is what these guys are into. He said that Adam wanted this guy to take him down. How true is that? What do y'all think about that? Do y'all think that Adam, what's this guy's name? Jason Love? Adam, because Adam let Jason Love beat down his wife. He beat it down, right? That's his wife, right? He's one of those guys. And shout out to my guy Champside. Champside, I see you out there doing your thing, player. I remember Champside said that about the K-Ho nigga. He said the K-Ho nigga would let Tank Davis do his wife the way Adam let Jason do his wife, right? Now look at his wife. She jumps on him, and after he got the living dog shit beat out of him, right? Because she got the living dog shit beat out of her by this guy right here. Jason, dusted her off. Then he dusted Adam off. But Charleston White is hilarious. Charleston White said he wanted to get dusted off in a different type of way. Now, I don't know how true that is, man. Put it in the comments if y'all know, man. Because like I said, I don't really follow these guys like that. Is that the type of things they're into? Do they do those type of things? I don't know, man. Somebody let me know, man. Is that how they're rolling? But all I know is that this event and the streamers and their boxing thing, it kind of, the boxing guys were doing their online fight parties, right? And some of the boxing guys, shout out to Two Tone, I seen he jumped ship. He said, "Fuck that, f that. I ain't messing with this Zoloff fight card." He was doing one on this. Did y'all see that? Boxing has, because he has a little bit of motion, right, in the boxing internet, right? He did his fight party was doing play by play on this one. It wasn't on the Paramount fights. Now some of the other frauds and scammers and fake influencers, because that's what they are to me, man. I don't care what you say and how you feel. Most of the boxing influencers are frauds, man. They're frauds, man. They came up underneath a fraud community, man. And that's why I continue to set trip on this community, man. Because this community allows somebody like myself that you always said nobody watched, right? As a boxing media guy, reporter, I was able to make moves, man, with nobody watching me. And the reason why I was able to do that is this is why I keep continuing to expose this community. Because this community, this boxing online community, moves no needles because they don't support nothing. And when you don't support nothing, you can't stop nothing, if that makes any sense. And it showed last night because, like I said, this event right here, and shout out to Jake Paul. Jake Paul has opened the door for this, man. He has. He has opened the door for this. And they have a community that supports. This was a successful event, man. It was a successful event. Now I gotta find that clip of Charleston White saying that this guy wanted to be taken down. He wanted, he wanted. Let's see it. Let's see if I can find it, man. Charleston White, man. Look, I couldn't even watch the boxing, man, because I was so like this shit was just it was flooding the internet, man. It was flooding the internet. Charleston White, they want Charleston White to fight Bootsy. Right? See, I don't want to play Vlad TV's, I mean not Vlad. I don't want to play academics content. But they offered Charleston White a fight with Bootsy. Did y'all see that, man? These guys are taking over, man. Because like I said, they have an audience that actually fucks with it. Whereas the boxing audience, there's a million boxing streamers, but they don't support boxing, man. They're too busy wanting to act like they're bigger than the program. Gumbo, what's going on, man? Salute. Salute. Yeah, the boxing bums got exposed last night, man. The boxing scene got exposed last night, man. All these online fight party shit, that shit got exposed. Yo, the Adam 22 Adin Ross event exposed it, man. Exposed it. I should have did a fight party on that. I got on too late, but I was watching. I was like, damn, these niggas is killing it. I should have did a fight call on that. I should have did a fight call on that, man. But I put out, I put my literature out on it. That's what we doing over here, man. We streaming, we growing. Heading to Hump Point to chill until Monday morning. If I don't get, you getting stuck, Gumbo. You will be stuck, brother. Just bear down, man. You'll be all right. Bear down. I'm getting all of my stuff out right now. I had a wonderful session in the gym with my guy Broadway. Right? I might post some of that in a second. Right? You see, I had the front on these niggas. They always talk about, you don't do real pull-ups. Right? What is a real pull-up? I think I did a whole bunch of pull-ups today, but what is a real pull-up? Like what is the definition of a pull up? A real pull up is pulling yourself up, whether it's 1 inch, 2 inches, whatever. That's a pull up. Right. But yeah, we got busy today in the gym. The gym is shut down to Tuesday. Everything is shut down up here. That's why I said, Gumbo, you're gonna get stuck. Tomorrow, everything is shut down. We're going into work tomorrow at 6 a.m. I already seen the town of Isla Cruz. They already out here pre-salting, which is to me is a waste of time. I don't even know why they're doing that. They're stealing taxpayers' money. That's just my definition. Don't quote me on that, right? Um, but yeah, everything will be shut down. But the forecast is showing that, you know, Sunday is going to be bad, but it'll be out of here by Monday. So we'll probably work all around the clock Monday once again. And then Tuesday, uh, we should have everything cleaned up. But it's going to be cold for the whole remainder of the week. Arctic temperatures, so everything will ice up. It'll be one of those weeks, yeah. It'll be one of those weeks. But Tuesday, the gym should be open back up. But Monday is definitely going to be closed, and tomorrow's going to be closed. This facility will also be closed too. That's why I came in here to get this out, you know. And then hopefully I can do some edits tonight. But the content is out. But like I said, the jig is up. The boxing community, all you guys are exposed, man. You guys are exposed, man. Adam 22, Adin Ross, they're little, and I don't. When I say little, I'm not disrespecting them by no means. Nothing that they're doing is little, but what they put on last night showed when you really have a fan base, a structure, a community that supports, you drown shit out. And that is why I said what I said in the post, right? Did y'all see that post that I put out? Right? I put the post out, man. You know me. I put literature out now, man. Gumbo, did you happen to catch that post or no? I think you did. I think you liked it on IG. I don't know if I put it on Facebook, but I definitely got it up on I definitely got it up on the YouTube because I like throwing the receipts in the YouTube face, man. The gem of the day, right? Last night boxing was in full effect, but peep the brand new platform popped off on Paramount. Yet the fight parties everyone really talking about wasn't from the so-called YouTube boxing influencers. It was from Adam 22's fight on the Adin Ross. Real streamers, real supporters. Meanwhile, the YouTube boxing community, fake support, fake views, fake motions got drowned out. It got drowned out last night, man. And that's why, like I said, the boxing platforms, even on IG, they were posting Adam 22 getting knocked out. Adam 22 getting knocked out. YouTube boxing is flooded with frauds and scammers. Last night just put receipts on it. Don't take my word for it. Check the timelines yourself. But hey, what do I know? Check the timelines, man. Charleston White, Vlad TV, Adin Ross, Adam 22, these guys had this shit on fire, man. They had this shit on fire, not the Zoloft, right? Zofa, Premier. You know why? Because like I said, these boxing dudes are gimmicks, man. They have been gimmicks, and the jig is up, man. The jig is up. Appreciate the likes over there, y'all. The jig is up, man. Right? The jig is up. But tonight we do have some fights on. Like I said, I can't wait to watch Khalil Cole. I want to watch Shakur's cousin, Zakai, right? And stuff. But you niggas do these fight parties, man. It's not, what was my man's balls in strap? It ain't the same sandwich, right? That was Bamboo. Bamboo. Remember Bamboo killed the little girl in strap. He went in the deli. He wanted to get the turkey sandwich, and the Chinese guy or the Japanese, the Oriental guy. I don't know what he was. Korean. He was Oriental. He made the sandwich for the white man. The sandwich was nice. It was well put together, right? Bamboo said, he wanted the same sandwich. Bamboo sandwich was sloppy. It wasn't the same. Remember that? It ain't the same sandwich. A lot of you guys live streams last night wasn't the same sandwich, man. It showed. And that's why you guys are probably in the bushes right now. Because look, both of my live streams are up right now. People been in here the whole time. You're in the bushes. But like I told you, stay in the bushes. Because you watch me develop, grow without you guys. And I always told you I was going to do it. Because I said, you niggas don't support nothing. And niggas that don't support nothing can never stop nothing. Hopefully y'all catching this. So, and I was breaking this down to my young boy today in the gym, Broadway. His video, I put his video up. And shout out to NYT. I seen your comment. I think I might even commented back. Me and Broadway had a wonderful session today. A wonderful session. And I seen your comment. And it's like I was telling Broadway, because Broadway said he's going to start his channel, right? He's going to start his YouTube platform. And I was like, do it. I was like, just grow your audience. I was like, look, I said, he was like, he couldn't believe how many views his video did. I said, they always want me to believe. And I showed him something today. I said, these are the boxing guys. They don't watch me. But look at what I was able to do. You watch me move behind the scenes and get Jihad situated. How did I accomplish that if nobody watched me and nobody knows me, right? If they don't watch my content, right? Shadow, what's going on, right? I was like, look at all these posters up here, right? ESPN is no longer in the game. But these are the posters that I bought to the gym. But nobody watches me on boxing. When I come on, I was talking, sharing my experiences. They claimed nobody was watching me. But I said, check this out. And I went over to the Earl Spence shit. And I said, Earl Spence is $1 million fighter. Fought for millions of dollars. I talked about Earl Spence way before a lot of these guys even jumped on his wave. But they said nobody watched me or nobody listens. But how was I able to start a slogan? Team Spence or it don't make sense. And shout out to young Miss Blue and Ivy. Those are Earl's daughters. His daughter, when he fought Terrence Crawford, she was spitting the sauce balls on Showtime. She said, and if it ain't Team Spence, then it don't make sense. And if it ain't Team Spence, then it don't make sense. And I had to show Broadway that today. I said, Broadway, check the vibe. Check the sauce out, right? You see if the babies is kicking my balls. But they talking about nobody watches me. But this young baby right here, bless her heart, she said, if it ain't Team Spence, then it don't make sense. So you mean to tell me when I come on YouTube and they tell me only one person is watching me or two people or what was that little handicapped nigga that can't wipe his ass used to say 5 people? You was one of the biggest groupie dick sucks of the sauce, man. You want to be me so bad because you want to be next to Earl Spence. Right? A lot of you niggas there. Earl Spence was your god. And y'all used to see the access that I used to have and how when I was around Earl had the sauce. You niggas was just groupie dick eaters. That's why I'll be fronting on niggas I know. I'll be like, damn, nigga, you were so exposed. And shout out to Frank Smarts, because Frank Smarts even said it in the comments, right? He said the niggas from around the way. He said the niggas from around the way, right? Frank Smarts sees it. How can you dick ride and Frank eat niggas, but you seen your man or a nigga from your community take it all the way to the stratosphere? But you were so jealous and a dick eater that you can't acknowledge it. But like I told Frank Smith, I said they don't have to acknowledge it, Frank, because when I pop out on these niggas, I make them put their head down. I make them stay in the bushes because they know they talk stupid about me and the crevices and the roach holes and their weasel spots, but they wouldn't dare say it to my face because my light shines too bright. Gumbo, you laughing. This is the truth. My light shines too bright. And these niggas have yet to accomplish or do anything. Appreciate you. Greg is in the cut. He said, don't snooze on Shanewz at all. They can. Let them snooze, though, man. We want them to keep sleeping, man. Because, look, we out here now, man. We in the stratosphere, man. We in the stratosphere. I am the independent UGK. Right? I circle the block on these guys, man. These guys let a brother that does no views. I have no audience, allegedly. But I can show my merchandise on ESPN. I can show companies that reached out to me that I got sponsorship from their brands and businesses on ESPN. I did all of this without no views, and I came online and I said, yo, who's with me? Who's fucking with me? And you guys always talked about content creators that got exposed last night with their fight parties. Yeah, hopefully y'all got your AdSense up, man. Hopefully y'all got your AdSense up last night, but I don't think y'all did, man. Continue to keep buying bots and buying views and subscribers and all of that, man. I know you all, Gumbo. Salute. I'm riding with you, good brother. That is why I put the merchandise out with you on it, right? I just started putting mines out. You was the poster child. Because you and many others, CW, Lady Sauce. It's too many to name. Coach Music, Coach Tone. Let me see who else, man. Joe Dini. Who else, man? WCS. All the people that have actually worn the brand, right? Troy Osley. It's too many to name. That have worn the brand, donned the brand, right? Killed the narrative, but also show the receipts that these niggas been frauds forever, trying to front on a nigga that's really doing it and sharing his experience, right? Because like I said, at the end of the day, for all the views and the influence these so-called players have, don't see no merchandise, right? I don't see it, man. And when I did see it, it was because they see me actually doing it, and they always tried to undermine or act like they was doing it the same. But like I said, I did it with no views, man. Showtime, right? Team Spence, or don't make sense. HBO, ESPN. Now, all of these companies no longer cover boxing. But yet still here I am in my space, in my lane that I created. And yet still I rise, man. How is the content looking, y'all? How is the content looking, man? Yes, still I rise. He said, have you seen Ryan Garcia's live stream lately? Not a good look. They have his wife looking like a gold digger, but he's all doing scripts with Gym Sharks, chicks, all for views. But at what cost, man? Yo, listen, Ryan Garcia is gonna get down with Adin Ross and these guys. Mark my word, because he has a fan base. He has a fan base all in. He has a fan base that supports him, whether he fights or not. But he's all right, man, and he's down with those guys, the Adin Rosses and these guys. So he'll be all right, man. He'll be all right, man. I don't know about the rest of these guys. See, A lot of the fighters appreciate you catching that sauce, all in. A lot of these fighters, and I used to always tell this to Jihad, right? But see, Jihad is young, 23, happy belated birthday. You gotta live and learn. I used to always tell him you was the clouds, but he didn't understand that, right? Like, bro, you knocked somebody out on TV on ESPN when you had the opportunity, because ESPN is no longer promoting it. What's in it? That's your viral moment. Look at Shushu Carrington right now. Shout out to Shu. Shu's fighting on that card. Shu is a true Brownsville, Brooklyn nigga, right? My kind of nigga. Shout out to MLP, right? Shushu sees the opportunity. Shushu has many highlight reel knockouts, right? And he just kept the momentum rolling. Shoe York City, right? Shoe York City. I watch Shushu, man, right? Listen, truth be told, Shushu Carrington. This ain't. Let me put these notes out. This isn't in my notes, but I'm gonna just show you the marketing side, man. Hit the like button, man. I'm giving y'all a free game right here. Yo, Shushu Carrington, right? I watched. Shout out to him and his dad, Big Bruce. Jihad was on before them, right? We fought on a lot of cards with them as well together. And I watched Shushu's motion, right? I watched them. They got a good team around them, right? And I watched their plays they made, right? And shout out to Brownsville, Brooklyn. He gets support. See, it's all about support. When your people support you, and I was always saying that, I was telling Music and Jihad, I was like, yo, a lot of niggas that you think fuck with you don't fuck with you. It shows. It's always was shown. These niggas are haters. You can't fuck with hate and jealous niggas because they can't hide their jealousy. They can't, because the easiest thing to support people not always is financial. It's free. Sharing content, that's free. Sharing content is free. But I used to watch it. I watched one particular slimy nigga. That's why you haven't grown, nigga, because you was always trying to downplay me. And all I did was just sit in the cut. Like, I was like, this nigga has no idea where I'm at in the game. But I used to always watch, right? You used to always try to downplay Jihad, think you was downplaying me. You not downplaying me, nigga. I'm on. I do me. What you're downplaying is you being a fake supporter of boxing. You fit right in with the Crows, right? Because here you had a 17-year-old kid who got signed to the major leagues, right? From Long Island, right? He was from Long Island, Deer Park, New York, but he was repping Brooklyn and Queens as well, right? He had major motion, the LeBron James of the game, fighting on big cards. He was all over the big screen, right? A lot of people embraced him, but when I started sitting back, I was noticing, I said, damn, these niggas is all haters. They're jealous. A lot of these niggas wanted my spot. I'm like, you niggas don't even know what I do. I remember Jihad did an interview with World Combat Sports, and I was upset about the interview because I said, damn, fam, you talk too much, right? Let these niggas overlook me, right? You told these niggas I made the phone call, I make things happen. No, I want these niggas to always try to continue to compete with me and front on me and think, oh, nobody watches him on YouTube. That's the lane I want. That's what I want niggas to think. Oh, nobody watches him on YouTube. No, nobody's watching you niggas because you niggas don't do nothing, right? But as we fast forward and moved on, right, he let the cat out the bag. So now, not the YouTube niggas, because like I said, these niggas, they have no motion. They don't do nothing. But certain gatekeepers in the game really was trying to shut me down, hinder me, right? But like I see what I just posted. The Red Sea has parted, man. I'm Moses, man. And all of you guys that went against me, continue to try to go against me, hit the Cash App up, man. We on our color purple over here. Until you do right, remember what she told Danny Glover's character? Until you do right, nothing good is coming your way. So if you ever slandered my business and my brands since I was Jackal Fitness, you're cursed. Just know that you're cursed. God already told me. He was like, all your enemies will fall before you. I watched it happen. I watched all the people that attempted to slander me. I watched them fall. I watched them fall, and all I did was rise, and I continue to rise. But I watched all of them fall, and I will continue to watch them fall because He is I and I am Him. As long as I continue to walk in the path of righteousness and honor, it's set in stone. He said, I didn't even know till I just looked. Shushu's already 16-0. Yeah, Shushu's the man. He got a lot of highlight reel knockouts. And he's fighting for a world title next Saturday. Next Saturday. He'll be the next champion from Brownsville, Brooklyn. Legit champion, WBC. But I watched Shushu come in after us. And, he kept building his momentum, making the right plays, right? Networking, keeping his team and his structure together. That's what it's about, too. Having the right team and everybody plays their position. See, when you have a team, right? Look, I'm going somewhere else with this. But I just give away this quick gem, then I'm going to get off of this because game is to be sold and not told. I don't think nobody hit the Cash App up. I didn't check. You have to have your team right. When your team is not right, you don't have a team, you're destined for failure. I forget the quote. I think Marshawn Lynch said it, right? He said, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go with your team. A lot of these guys try to go too fast, and what happens? They crash out. Because you know why? Their team isn't right. Right? You got to go with your team. You got to go with your family, your team. When you try to go without your team, that is one of the number one things that, for those that have taken my class and the young fighters that I have advised and I work with, that is the number one thing that I emphasize. Make sure your team is right. And a shout out to Earl Spence. I learned this from Earl Spence because Earl Spence, and it shows now, he crashed out. He never had a good team. You know who had a good team? Terrence Crawford. Does anybody want to debate it? Put it in the comment section. Terrence Crawford had a good team, and it showed all the way through to his final ascending to the top because of his team. Now, in the beginning and through the trials and tribulations in the journey, it might have not seemed like it because what? This right here, the smoke and mirrors, the internet, the lies, the defamation, the narratives made it seem like it didn't. But when the smoke cleared, Bud Crawford had the better team than Earl Spence. He said, yes, Crawford's money management is proof of that. I know a lot of people on Crawford's team, the professional people. I do. I know a lot of them. And they know me very well. Shout out to them. He has a great team. That's why he was destined for greatness. And it showed. See, a lot of these guys, they don't have the right structure and team. And then, they end up getting blackballed. They end up crashing out. You got to have the right team, man. And everybody has to play their role. When people don't play their role, or you try to, listen, I said this the other day. I was like, a lot of times it's like, and I'm going to use the movie so y'all can relate to this. Remember in Ali, Bundini, right? Bundini was one of Ali's blessings. He was the staff. He was like what I like to call the staff. Well, you always hear me say that, the staff with Moses, where God was like, take this staff with you, right? Take this staff with you, and wherever you go, I am with you. That was Bundini for Ali. That was Bundini, right? Remember Bundini said, Bundini was a fiend, right? He turned into a fiend, right? He had an alcohol problem, but right? Ali had to go back and get him. And what they do, they went to the top again, right? He had to go back and get him, right? And clean him up, but they made it back to the top because Bundini was he was the staff, man. Right? He said, you can't go on top without everyone in your team being solid. He had an inspirational career for sure. Yes, he did. And look, they've been trying to divide that team. Look it up. I'm not going to go into that because this is not about Terrence Crawford and his team tonight. But look it up. When they do this is the game. If you know, you know. That's why I always young advisors that I am to some of these fighters, I tell them, don't let them divide and conquer you. They do it all the time. What they do is they always say, all right, we're willing to work with you, but you got to bring in our people. If you notice, that's how boxing is built. We'll work with you, but I think you need to work with this guy, right? Look at the formulas or the blueprints, right? They do this all the time, and the guys that fall victim to that, if you're not strong, you get burnt out. You get burnt out, man. But they attempted to do that with Crawford. They wanted him to get rid of his team, but he didn't do it. And look, it paid off, man. It paid off, right? He said, "Did you know he was fighting since he was 7?" That shit is insane. A lot of guys look at Tank Davis. Look, since we're talking about it, look, shout out to you all, man. You took it somewhere else, so I'm gonna keep it on this topic now, right? Yo, Tank Davis is the best. What's the name? To point it out now, right? Yo, Tank Davis' team was who? Coach Calvin and Coach Kenny Ellis. Yo, they was conquering the world. Yo, the moment they started dividing that team, look where Tank Davis has he turned himself in? He's still on the run, right? Yo, when Tank Davis had his team was tight, but that's what they do, man. They divide and conquer. The moment they started dividing that team, the rest is history. The rest is history, man. Keep your team right, man. Keep your team right. That's what I tell guys all the time. Young fighters. I was breaking that down to Broadway today. I said, always keep your team right. You know? Make sure everybody that's on your team plays the intricate role. Watch this. Hopefully this person picks up. If they pick up, right? This is somebody that I hopefully they'll pick up. I'm gonna put it low. Damn. They're probably backed up too because look, everything is shutting down. Damn. Everything is shutting down. So they're probably backed up. Man. Yes, good afternoon, right? I wanted you to, because you know I advise you, but I wanted you to come on. I'm on live right now. I wanted you to break down some of the, you know, the teachings that I have bestowed upon you. Here you go, right here. Yeah, listen.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that right now, right? I'm gonna do that right now. But I want you to tell the people. Yeah. I want you to tell the people. Don't I always tell you to keep your team tight? What, yes. I advise you, right? What are some of the what are some of the lessons that I teach you about having your team right and your structure?
And how to manage my money.
There you go. All right, that's all I need to hear. Thank you. I'll talk to you in a second. I'll talk to you in a second. See you later. Right? See, this is what we do over here. You might, look, you might want to get with me. Don't hustle against me, hustle with me. See, these are the things that I do, right? But like I was saying, I tell them, keep your team right, man. Yo, you see me, right? Salute to you, good homie. Salute to you. See, they overlook who I really was and who God was making me, man. But it is what it is. I'm not mad. I am blessed, right? I am blessed, man. And I am continuing to keep walking in my journey. But yeah, Tank Davis, man. If you look at all the guys, and like I brought up Earl Spence, his team, that's why me and him fell out. Because I didn't like a lot of the guys that was around. And I think they overlooked who I was. And then I said, you know what? I'll just slide, nigga. I know my calling, what God has on me, man. I'm a staff. I'm Moses, man. The Red Sea will part for me. My enemies will become my footstools. I will stand on top of them, right? And that's what you see taking place now. I stand on top of these guys, man. They fear me, man. I've been in some of the biggest rooms, man. I come in the rooms. If a lot of these content crow niggas were official and that seen me at these events when I work these events and I pop out, these niggas being they yo look. I don't you know how many content creators, right? When I be in the spots doing what I do, my spidey senses kick in, man. Yo, I'll glance over, a nigga be in the cut with his mouth like this. Look, watching me or watching somebody, right? I swear, this is, if I'm lying, I'm flying, right? Yo, shout out to Antonio Tarver, the Magic Man, right? I seen Antonio Tarver. That is one of Buddy McGirt's friends, right? Shout out to cousin Buddy McGirt. So when I seen Antonio Tarver and he whooped on Roy Jones, right? I seen him, right? And we caught eyes. I was on the opposite side. This was one of the ring events, right? It might have been the Shakur Stevenson one. And I said, oh shit, the Magic Man. I threw it up like this. He was doing the broadcasting, because he does it for the ring. And I went over to him, right? I went over to him. I dapped him up and we was talking, right? I looked. I seen the media niggas in there, right? The industry media niggas, right? YouTube media niggas, internet media. They was dumbfounded. They was looking like, damn. Because they like most of you niggas that sit on this internet that base shit off of views and this, that, and the third. They couldn't believe that I was getting it with Antonio Tarver like that. And it's on one of my lives. Check out my lives. I was live at the event. And I think I even got that on the live. Yeah, real talk, man. He said Tank gonna show up with no haircut and some video in Cuba like Diddy and him. Now he's supposed to be turning himself in, man. He told academics he's turning himself in because it's a bad look, man. He's a millionaire fighter, bro. He got money. He's supposed to be Teflon Don, nigga. He's supposed to be on his John Gotti, nigga. He's supposed to be on his John Gotti, man. Teflon Don, nigga, right? Like, nigga, you a millionaire fighter, the face of boxing. You supposed to go face those charges. So what if you got Ike Turner tendencies, man? You got Al Heyman. You got all this power with you. But we have to wait to see how that plays out, man. We have to wait to see how that plays out, man. But look, I hit my hour mark. But did you hear my client? I have a lot of clients now, man. I'm blessed, man. My little consulting firm is growing, glowing, and going. You see, look, I didn't even want to expose that part. But she said to manage my money. See, I didn't want to say all of that, man. I can teach you how to do that too. You know how I learned that? Reading. But I just want her to emphasize the team part. Because I was always telling her, I was like, you got to get it. People will show you who they are. If they're not cheering for you, right, get rid of them. Real talk. If you have a victory, I don't care if it's a big victory or a small victory, right? The success and growth always exposes the people that really fuck with you or don't, right? The people that fuck with you, the moment you have success and you're winning, they cheer, right? The people that don't fuck with you, they can still be around you. You know what they do, right? You can have a victory, a win, something. They will always compete against it or act like they're doing it the same. I showed that to my brother Gumbo. I say, you see how every time when I put out content or I do something, whether it's merchandise, the niggas that's in competition immediately got to try to follow up and act like they're doing it the same instead of saying, damn, you don't even have to buy nothing because I don't want you niggas. A lot of you niggas, I don't want you in my shit, man, because you're not honorable. Salute CW Thumbnails in the building, right? They don't even cheer. They compete or they try to look or they do one of these. Oh, that's a nice hat. I think I would have did a different color though. So do it then, nigga. Don't tell me what you're gonna do it and get it out there. But that's what they do. You got to pay attention to that. They don't share for you. Just like right now, the CW thumbnails, the artwork and the graphics, all of these, the only one I heard acknowledge it on social media was World Combat Sports. The rest of these niggas, especially you niggas that been doing this forever, you know, the thumbnails and the illusions, not one of you niggas gave it up. And I understand. I understand. Because you niggas always secretly been jealous crows. You've been in the bushes. You've been talking about me behind my back. But I'm blessed. I walk with God, man. I tell God all the time, fight my battles for me because I don't want to have to clap one of these niggas. I don't want to have to clap one of these niggas because I will. Shout out to Sub-Zero. I carry a sword, nigga. Right? I carry a sword. And shout out to the CW thumbnails, right? Heaven, the castle is guarded by swords, right? It's guarded by swords. That's why I call my guys the war eagles. We're killers. Yo, God's soldiers are killers, nigga. I'm a killer. I stay away from demons because I'm a demon slayer. I will kill you, nigga. If a nigga come in here right now, I'll go viral because I'm going to back out and blow him away. I'm going to blow him away. Right? I have a sword on me, man. I walk the streets with a sword, man. I'm Samson. I just cut my hair. Look, I no longer have hair, but remember when I had the long dreads? I'm Samson, man. Samson was a killer, man. David was a killer. David slayed Goliath, man. Appreciate you, Master Rank. Master Rank said he's sharing. Thank you. Thank you, Master Rank. All right? Thank you. Thank you, man. I like you too, man. You always support, man. That's why you got a wrench. You got a wrench, good brother. I don't hand out wrenches like that, man. You got a wrench. You're one of the war eagles, man. Your only war eagles have wrenches, man. You got to have war eagle in you, man, to have a wrench over here, man. I don't give out wrenches to crows, man. A lot of niggas be in disguise. They crows, man. I could notice the eagle because the eagle flies high with me. You might be over there, right? Look, I really want to show the whole listening. You might be on the roof over there, right? And I'll see you, right? Because I'm in the roof over here. And I'll be like this. I'll give you the war eagle salute. You know where the crows is at? They on the ground. They with the turkeys and the chickens, man. They can't fly high with us. So I might salute you like, yo, salute war eagle. And then I'll take off, right? You're going to take off too. We're going to see each other on the skyscrapers because we on the top. You feel me? We on the top. Then when we come around like this, yo, the crows get all nervous. They like, right? Yeah, look, they try to gather up, right? They try to run out the woods and the crevices where they at. Yeah, we just fly higher and higher. Yo, them niggas get dizzy. Yeah, they get dizzy. Look, look, the crows get dizzy. And what happens? They always crash out, man. He said, yo, watch UFC, big dog. You want me to watch UFC? I got you, Dirtbag. That's Dirtbag Dustin. Hey, Dirtbag Dustin. I like your name. Yeah, somebody check out his channel, man. Dirtbag Dustin, man. But yeah, before I get up out of here, right? I'm gonna play some of the content. Me and my man Broadway was getting busy. I told Broadway I was gonna highlight his content. Right. I told him I didn't make the what's in there. I gotta make the playlist. I didn't do the playlist. This is my guy Broadway, man. And NYT, I seen your comment, man. T, I always been a coach, man. Well, let's just run it up right now. Look. Yo, CW, how I'm looking. CW told me to start doing more of these videos. Look. How I'm looking, CW. Not bad. I'm soon to be 47 years old, man. You know? It's moving and grooving a little bit, man. Like it's cool when these guys do it, right? CW. You know, shout out to Showbiz, the adult, Punch Drunk. You know, these guys hit the bag all the time, man. They get a lot of likes and all of that. You know, hit the like button, man. It's cool when these guys do it, man. This was earlier today, y'all. I had a nice session. A nice session today, y'all. Smash that like button, man. Likes are free. Look. Still got a little pop on it, right? Southpaw conventional, man. You shoot it both ways, man. That's the step around right there. That's the step around right there. Look. How it's looking, y'all? How we looking? Look. Let me know how we looking, y'all. How we looking? Talk to me. I'll talk back. How we looking, man? This is earlier today, man.
One of the most overpriced.
This ain't gonna be a long one, y'all.
Yeah, I couldn't stay on long for the live stream.
A little bit.
This game is to be sold and not told. Most of y'all been in the bushes forever trying to steal my content, trying to steal my mood, but y'all don't steal this. I'm not going to no gyms. Right? Y'all not stealing this though, huh? They're not in no gyms, y'all. Look at the high knees, right? When I be stressing that to my students, the high knees, you got to be able to.
Hey yo, past few years got so ill, was kind of hard for the God.
Mute there, man. I got music on it. A little shadow boxing with Broadway. Right? Broadway was in the ring. Yeah, man. How we looking, man? CW and the rest of the guys, man. How we looking, man? Talk to me. I talk back. This is real boxing. This is real boxing right here, man. This is what they talk about, what they claim they support. But I can't tell, huh? Huh? See how to switch up right there, south to right, man. Right to south, man. Yeah, me and my guy was getting busy, man. Shout out to Broadway, man. You know, it's cool when they do it, right? Huh? It's cool when they do it. Now don't dick eat another nigga for doing this and see me do it and act like you don't see what's going on. But I get it though. You in the jealous fan zone bushes. That's just the cough you cut from. Now how this look right here, man? Look, showing these pull-ups, man, right? Hopefully my homegirl come in here that was always saying I don't go all the way up, man. And the other nigga, man. What that look like right there? But I got another one on here. There go Broadway. Shout out to Broadway.
There you go, Broadway J.
The Broadway, man.
Yep, dig to the body. Dig to the body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Broadway, y'all. That's Broadway the Brawler.
We don't own the rights to the music.
Broadway the Brawler.
Body shots to stop them in their track. Yeah. Yeah.
Y'all was feeling like Cousin Buddy McGirt right here.
Motion. Put a feint on that and put a body shot down there. Yeah. Oh, nice.
Broadway the Brawler, baby.
Nice.
Broadway the Brawler.
Planning to publish.
Here it is right here. CW, let me know, man. Look. They always ask for a full extension. Huh, Lord? All right? Oh, yeah.
You know, that's for the critics. Critics, man. That's for the critics, man. Yeah, this is what really got them in the jealous fan zone, man. But see, a lot of these niggas sit online and talk boxing. Not only do I talk it, I show it. Well, I show it, man. I show it. You niggas been in the jealous fans up in bushes and content, hating sex, ever in the day. Ever in the day. Like I said, motherfuckers that don't support nothing can't stop nothing, man. Hopefully y'all caught that sauce, man.
What's for dinner?
Hopefully y'all caught that
Yo, it's
sauce.
officially 12 degrees, right?
Hopefully y'all caught and enjoyed the sauce, man. Like I said, these guys don't support nothing. And for those of y'all that want to start podcasting and doing things, right? Don't be afraid to stand alone. Many great men stand alone. Motherfuckers that stand in a crowd or want to be in a crowd, they don't have it going on, man. They don't have the confidence. A leader always stands alone, man. Now, hopefully you guys caught and enjoyed this sauce. Hold on, let me see what my daughter wants to eat, man. I bet you it's junk food. Watch this. I bet you it's junk. All right. Watch. She's not even answering. What's up with her? Why is she not answering? Shout out to CW Thumbnails, man.
Please leave your message.
She did not answer. Okay. Now let me call my other one. Yeah, my other one had the sleepover last night, man. Y'all remember that? Look. She has this phone. Being a father is it's expensive, right?
Hello?
Hey, where are you?
I'm there.
Are you where? Your mother didn't come get you yet?
No.
All right, I'm coming to get you.
No.
No, because I need that. I need something out of that phone. So I got to do something.
Wait, and then I could go back?
Yeah. I just need the phone. I need the phone. I'll call you when I'm outside.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, see, I got all these phones now, man. You know, as a provider, right? That's what you got to do, right? Before we close out, you know, we about to close the live stream out, right? You should be able to provide for yourself and your children, right? So now I have all these phones. It gets expensive, man. It gets expensive, man. But I think if you do the right thing happens for you, man. All right. Coach Rena's over there with her crew. That's her crew that rocks with me, man. That's why I was always trying to tell you, man. I'm big in the game, man. Yo, what was them bars, right? Man. It's on the tip of my tongue. The shit that nigga said in the video. Rest in peace to Big L, man. How's his bars go, man? Like, I'm gonna end the live stream and it's gonna come to me, his bars, man. Damn. Oh man, it's gonna come to me. But I want y'all to just catch. I'm gonna put it in my and break it down in my what's the name. When the babies know you, right? Listen, later for the old heads, right? The old heads been hating and washed up forever and a day. Yo, when the kids, the youngins, the youth, the babies be digging your style. Like how I said, little Miss Spence said, if it ain't Teen Spence, then it don't make sense. That's when you're a real influencer. I'll call up my man right now, right? His son, right? was on the sauce. He'd be like, the news by Shanewz, right? Yo, the kids, right? I always had the influence, man, right? I always had the influence, man. See, you older niggas and bitches is in the bushes because you're jealous. But your babies, they dig the sauce, man. Hopefully you caught that sauce. I'm large on the streets, fam. Yeah, I'm large on these streets, fam. How is the content looking now? Shout out to CW Thumbnails, Gumbo Sauce, Joanne, Lady Sauce, the whole War Eagle Council. Yeah, we soaring high, man. I see you on the skyscraper, man. You know, look, War Eagles, stay in the sky high. Do not mix and mingle with these crows, turkeys, and chickens, man. All they trying to do is clip your wings. Like Tyler Perry said, man, your wings is like this, man. Don't let them clip your wings, man, because that's all a crow wants to do. Like I told CW the other day on my live, they want you in their pits. Them niggas is in the pits, man. Yeah, we flying over them shits. Yo, look, we might drop them a little bird seed. Here, take that. Look. Here, take that. Like, we up here, CW. We might drop them a little something in the pits. Like, here, you drop that in the pits, what them niggas doing? They fighting over scraps. Yeah, they fighting over scraps, man. Hopefully, y'all caught and enjoyed the sauce. You know, you do have options. I holla. Yes, we are ending the live, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Salute.